Flow by Melanie. It's everyday, bro, with that. It's everyday, bro, with that Disney Channel Flow by Melanie.
Right. That'd be amazing. It's awesome to see our giant family grow, but today we're doing things a little bit different for the challenge.
Magic, use the Force. Use the Force, Doc.
I mean, there really isn't anything to guess. We're just doing a bunch of birthday.
1, 2, Switch is hilarious.
Okay, so
Oh my god, I can't believe I have the Nintendo Switch! This is so awesome, and all I had to do was Oh my god, I can't believe I have the Nintendo Switch! This is so awesome, and all I had to do was comment on a YouTube video? Well, that was easy. I'm gonna call my friends and let them know that I have it. Cody, come on, answer. Answer, Cody, answer.
Hello?
Cody, guess what I have?
A boyfriend?
No, Cody, I don't have a boyfriend.
Yay.
Oh, thank God. Oh, we really dodged a bullet on that one. So what do you have, Junior?
I have the Nintendo Switch!
Junior, you do not have a Nintendo Switch.
Yes, I do. I won it on a contest on YouTube. All I had to do was comment on the YouTube video and I won it.
No, you didn't, Junior.
Yes, I did. I said my mom and dad died in a car accident and he gave it to me.
Junior, are you sure it's not like a light switch with the word Nintendo?
No, it's the Nintendo Switch. It's the real thing, Cody. You have to come over and play it.
I guess, Junior, but it's raining really hard outside.
I don't care that it's raining. Get Joseph and get your gay butt over here, okay?
All right.
Hi. Oh my god, I can't wait to play it.
Hey Junior, what's doing?
Oh, I just got the Nintendo Switch, and me and my friends are gonna play it. But I gotta find out how to get the controllers off. That's not how you take the controllers off, Jeffy. There's another way.
Oh,
Okay, Jeffy, so all you gotta do is lift up on the controller.
I just have to lift up on it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong. So what game you wanna play?
Junior, I don't give a rat's butthole what game we play.
Well, you wanna play 1-2 Switch? It looks fun.
Yeah, Junior, what you got doing that game?
I don't know. I think you just switched genders or something. I don't know.
Well, Junior, can you stick your hand in a cow's puss hole?
What's a push hole?
I don't even know, Junior. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, hopefully we do. That'd be super cool. 1-2 Switch is all about looking each other in the eye as you play. Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye.
I am.
You're just a little cross-eyed, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh man, what happened? Why does my nose feel weird?
I think it's orange. It's coral.
What was that?
Alright, so we've got this. The second one. Were you making fun of me because you said it was pink?
Is that me?
Alright, then we have two birthday gifts.
Wait, you're me! Oh, Jeffy, what are you doing? Well, I'm not Jeffy, I'm Junior. No, you're Jeffy. See, it says on your shirt. Jeffy? Well, I don't wear a shirt. Yeah, you do. What's going on? Jeffy? What's going on? This isn't my body. This is Jeffy's body. How am I getting Jeffy's body? Oh no. My fridge. Hey guys.
Hey, Junior. Hey, Jeffy. Is Junior home?
Well, guys, it's me, Junior.
Jeffy, quit playing. Where's Junior?
Well, no, guys, seriously, I'm stuck inside Jeffy's body. It's me, Junior.
Jeffy, you make a good impression, but you're not
You're really good, Junior.
Junior.
Oh, hey, Junior.
Well, guys, it's not me. That's just Jeffy.
Jeffy, get out of the way. Hey, Junior, what's up?
Hey, what doing, guys?
Why are you smacking yourself like that?
Dude, it smell weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know. You guys want to come inside?
Whoa, Junior, you actually got the Nintendo Switch!
Oh, dude, it's so cool. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I already broke one of these with a saw.
What?
With a saw?
Yeah, I cut the controllers off.
Why?
Okay.
Well, guys, you know I'm Junior, right? Jeffy, come on.
Why is Jeffy acting like this?
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Jeffy, you know I'm Junior.
Jeffy, stop lying, dude!
Well, guys, I'm gonna go tell Chef Pee-Pee.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go poop in the sink.
Beautiful diamonds for my birthday.
Did he just say he was gonna go pooping?
I guess so.
We should probably follow him.
I mean, we usually do.
Hamburger helper. Oh, all I have to do is add the hamburger now. Yes. Oh my God, that smells so delicious.
Chef Pee-Pee!
What do you want, Jeffy? You're not even supposed to be in the kitchen right now.
Jeffy, I'm not Jeffy, I'm Junior.
What?
I'm Junior, not Jeffy.
Say that again.
I'm Junior, not Jeffy.
Well, you kind of sound like Junior.
Chef Pee-Pee, I'm stuck inside Jeffy's body.
Wait. Junior? Like, how did you get stuck in Jeffy's body?
Remember that time me and you switched bodies?
Yeah, you did weird stuff.
Yeah. Well, me and Jeffy were playing a video game and I got stuck in Jeffy's body.
Oh, wow. Well, that's weird. Hate to say it, but, I
if I should be turned on or grossed out.
Wait, why would you even poop in the sink, dude? You're too big in the toilet.
Yeah, are we just gonna look at your poop in the sink all day? We're gonna do something fun.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I got an idea. All right, guys, throw me.
Are you sure, Junior? This seems like a bad idea.
Just do it, guys. It'll be fun.
Okay. Oh my God, Junior, you okay?
Yeah, dude.
That was awesome. Let's do it again.
Do it again?
Yeah.
That bed was really heavy.
Yeah, dude. And you could end up like my mom.
He means dead, Junior.
Thank you, Cody.
Oh, well, I'm hungry, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. And the hamburger helper is done. Junior, I'm guessing you figured out how to get in your body. What the hell is that about? What's the
Let's go poop in the sink.
Junior! Pooped in the sink? That's Chevy! Oh, hell no. I'm fixing this right now.
Joseph, Junior's being really weird. I think there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, pooping in the sink, dude.
And he threw his Thomas bed. I don't know.
Yeah, he
wouldn't
would never
He
do that,
loves
dude.
Thomas.
Hey, guys.
What? Junior, why are you wearing a diaper?
Ew, are you a baby, dude?
Can you guys help me put this pencil in my nose?
No, Junior.
Why?
Because it would hurt.
Why?
Because it would, like, go to your brain.
Why?
Because your brain is above your nose.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't know, Junior. Just don't put it in your nose.
Why?
Junior, stop asking why. Why are you asking why?
I don't know.
What? Okay.
Guys, I just had to eat a whole plate of green beans.
Chicky, sometimes you just gotta eat your green beans.
Guys, I'm not Jeffy, I'm Junior.
Wait a minute, I know that voice.
Yeah, Cody, it's me, Junior. What?
Joseph, I think this might actually be Junior.
It's me, I am Junior, I'm Junior.
Okay. Well then, tell me something that only Junior would know.
That one time you turned into Chef Pee Pee and you screwed my dad.
Oh my God, that is Junior.
Wait, yeah, what?
Yeah, only Junior would know that I screwed his dad really hard.
What? Wait, you're telling me Junior is in Jeffrey's body?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, this is some witchcraft type stuff, dude. I'm out of here.
Why does he always leave? He lives with his dead mom. Nothing should scare him.
Yeah, I know. Why does he always leave? Cody, help me get back in my body.
Well,
Junior!
What's wrong, Chef Pee Pee?
It's time to get you back in your body.
wait. So you knew that Junior was in Jeffy's body?
I mean, yeah, but I didn't really care about it. But now I care because Jeffy ruined my meal in Junior's body. It's time to get you back in your body. I'd rather you ruin my meal.
Really, Chef Pee Pee? That's sweet.
Wait. Okay, Junior. So how did you get in Jeffy's body in the first place?
Okay, me and Jeffy were playing 1-2 switch on the switch, and we switched bodies.
What? That's a lot of switching.
Yeah.
Stupid gay.
So you just
1-2 switch on the switch.
Yeah, I took
And we
some.
switched bodies.
Yeah, we took the and
Wait, why do I taste plastic dick?
I know this body. Oh, hell yeah.
Cody, you're in Chef Pee Pee's body.
Hell yeah. I will be right back.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, but he better get the hell right back with my body. Oh my God, Charlie, you're so hilarious. It's you. Thought you never connect.
Cody, where'd you go? You were gone for 45 minutes.
45 minutes? Wow, Chef Pee Pee, you have awesome stamina.
Wait, where did you go in my body?
Yeah, Cody, where'd you go?
What did you do?
Cody, where'd you go?
Spit it out, damn it!
What, you what?
I fucked your dad. Him
What?
again.
What?
Hard. This time.
What? Cody, this is serious.
Yeah, it is pretty serious. I didn't use protection. I'm kind of worried.
What?
You better not have done that in my damn body!
I'm naughty. Naughty boy.
Oh, guys, I want to get back in my body, so I'm going to get back in my body.
I want to be back in my damn body!
I don't think so.
Hey, Mrs. Light Chocolate. Me, Mr. Fork. Y'all should kiss.
Jeffy, I want my body back.
Well, I'm trying to introduce Mrs. Light Chocolate to Mr. Fork.
No, I want my body back. Let's try to figure this out.
Well, how do you expect me to do that?
Well, I don't know.
Remake.
Let's just figure something out.
Hold on, let me make them kiss.
Oh, God.
How the freak does that work? Junior was on that side. Jeffy was on that
Hey,
side.
I'm really back in my body.
I swear swear to God, if you did what you said you did in my body, I will kill you.
Yeah, I guess it's my funeral then.
Guys, look, I'm back in my body!
Julie, tell me how you did it. Please tell me how you did it right now. Tell me.
How did I do it?
How did you get back in your body?
Well, me and Jeffy, we were...
What did you do?
I forgot.
What?
I'm sorry, Chef Baby, but look, I'm back in my body!
Well, Cody, what are we going to do? How are we going to get back in our bodies?
Oh, well, I'm just gonna,
What? What are we going to do?
I gotta,
Because something...
Man, why you gotta use so much? What are you making?
Hey guys, it's Logan. I just want to announce the two Nintendo Switch winners from the last video.
Y'all go
Now, I
sub to my
chose
channel,
two
'cause this dude don't know how to
comments.
make
One of the
videos.
comments is actually the idea for this video. It was Rage Addictions. I saw his comment. I thought it was a really good idea. So he wins a Nintendo Switch. If he doesn't want one, I'll have him
Don't
give it to another
subscribe to
fan.
his
And the
channel.
other winner was Johnny and Johnny Jr.
I was on
I pinned
his-
their comment in the last video, so they win a Nintendo Switch. Now, if you didn't
was on
win,
his-
do not get upset because I'm going to be giving away 10
I got put on
more
his
Nintendo
channel
Switches.
once. I was on
That's
his
all I'm
channel,
doing. I'm
and he's
giving
making
away
a video on his
Nintendo Switch
phone.
at the end of every video for the
And he
rest of
told,
March.
and I
That's all
said,
7
please
more
subscribe to
Nintendo
me. He said
Switches.
no.
If you
So
post a funny comment on
don't
this
subscribe
video,
to him.
I'll just choose a random comment. You win a Nintendo Switch. And for the rest of March, on all
Who's
my
that for?
videos, I'll be giving away one
Y'all see him? He's
Nintendo
getting beat
Switch.
up with
I'll
David.
also be choosing one of my Instagram followers
Hooray!
sometime probably this weekend and give away a Nintendo Switch. I'll try to give away as many as I possibly can. And if you don't believe in giving out all these Nintendo Switches, I will record myself buying and personally shipping and signing every single Nintendo Switch that I give away. So I'll put it on my second account or on my girlfriend's vlog channel on Super Peach Logan. So I'm trying to get this video uploaded. So if you want a Nintendo Switch, you still have a chance. Just post a random comment and I will pick 10 more winners for the rest of the month of March. So thank you guys for being amazing fans. I'm doing this because you guys are so amazing. And without you guys, I would be nothing right now. So thank you guys so much. And I will talk to you guys later.
Junior get sick.
Blake, the best vlogger, is the best. Go subscribe.
No, he's not. He's the worst vlogger. I'm the best vlogger.
No, you ain't. Yours is a gaming channel and a reaction channel, pretty much.
And a vlogging channel. If it wasn't a vlog, then why do I have this?
It's stupid.
It's kind of like a vlog, though. Hi, how are you? Don't even know what that is. Don't it is. He don't know how to make vids. He doesn't know how to make vids. I make better vids than him.
But shut up. He won't even 1v1 me, so...
Yes, I will.
Then 1v1 me and put it on YouTube and see what happens.
I have.
I'm gonna dominate you.
I have.
Alright, let's go right now then. 1v1 me.
I'm already making a vlog, though.
That one was mine. You owe me all the Test is over.
Mine.
Behind you.
Oh.
What did you say? You have enough possibility cake though? Okay, I guess that will have to be very crafty. Alright, so here we go. I actually got to meet you guys this week again. The beautiful, super.
12 to 6 didn't seem so bad till I learned about the evils Freddy's had. They wanna set my body in a fast bear suit till my heart starts beating like a freshy fruit. Yeah, 5 nights at Freddy's. Please let me survive 5 nights. 5 nights at Freddy's. Endless animatronic frights. 5 nights, dim lights, no sleep, they creep. Lord, help me survive. Powers running low, belly in and left as my heart starts pounding up against my chest. Should I close the door? Is it right outside? If I run out of power, I'll have nowhere else to hide. Need this job, that's why I came back, even though it's dangerous, the pay is whack. Why did I not bring a gun? Maybe if I had, it would be fun. 5 nights at Freddy's. Please let me survive 5 nights. Why did I not bring a gun? Maybe if I had, it would be fun. 5 nights at Freddy's. Please let me survive 5 nights. 5 nights at Freddy's. Endless animatronic frights. 5 nights, dim lights, no sleep. They creep. Lord, help me survive. 5 nights at Freddy's. Please let me survive 5 nights. 5 nights at Freddy's. And the animatronic rides. 5 nights, midnights, no sleep, they creep. Lord, help me survive. Do whatever it takes to keep this job, or I'll be out on the streets like a lazy slob. A 6-hour shift is what it takes, but it's really dangerous, make no mistake. A ripping mascots losing all around. Wish I could run away, but my ass is bound. Call the cops, so I never should have asked. All I got is Fazbear mask. Jeremy, just wear the mask. They'll think you're one of them, and they'll walk right past. Jeremy, that doesn't work. Use your flashlight, they'll start to twerk. Don't stop the clock.
How we gonna play?
How?
We gotta find Thompson to play.
Stop the clock. What's
There
this?
it is.
What's this?
There.
Do perfect.
You wanna use this or your God PS4 remote control?
Gold. Good.
I fell from the light, talk or should I fight? Monster genocide, this my undertale. I fell through
There.
the cave on
Join.
Bounty Park. I faced an evil talking falling apart. Explains the plot. Wants me dead, wants me to rot. Toriel saves me, takes me to her home, and hooks me up with a brand new monster phone. Leaves me
You can't be jumping with that wire.
but I escape and need some bones.
24 rounds?
Nah.
Should I be a pacifist?
We want to be winning. We on the 22 and the 24.
Evil think I'll kill them all. I'm on the saddle and I've got a taste. I want to wipe out the monster race.
That's your live streaming. I'm already live streaming.
So turn it off.
Should I fight monster genocide? This my undertale. I'll slide or undone, no ways to I choose. With all this XP, there's no way that I'll lose. Now watch me move. I'll slide or undone, no ways to I choose.
Jesus Christ! Thunder on my head!
Now watch me move.
Please.
I won't stop, I'm feeling rude. Asgard's shaking, he hears my approach. I'll slide her sands and squash his bro like a roach. Karen's my coach. All these monsters I will poach. Watch me move.
Hey!
I won't stop, I'm
I see your
feeling
hands.
rude.
Don't kill me.
Asgard's shaking, he hears my approach. I'll slide her sands and squash his bro like a roach. Karen's my
What?
Asgard's shaking, he hears my approach. I'll slide her sands and squash his bro like a roach. Karen's my coach. All these monsters I will poach. Screw being a pacifist. I decrease my fists. I'm feeling evil, think I'll kill them all. I'm on the saddle and I've got a taste. I want to wipe out the monster race. I got no patience, I've got no resolve. I will slaughter, scream the hand toy knife, use a stick to take your life. Tough glove, ballet shoes, epic fight like front page news. King Asgore wants to collect human souls. 7 of them is his ultimate goal.
If you don't know who Gaster is, I'm gonna tell you the first character. Who's up? Sans and Papyrus is dead. That was annoying.
caused you to appear in a place like this?
So I went to Papyrus, who I remind you was still crying about the spaghetti, and I told him, don't worry, we'll just have to make another batch. Practice makes perfect, so he tried again.
Oh,
and it
boss.
was so much better. I was so proud of him. What? I let my guard down for 1 second.
Gaster looks angry, but not at you.
If 2 of your followers were lab assistants that saw you fall, what about the great child?
What's the other color you want on it,
Hold
Dustin?
a piece of you.
Jim stole me.
Pick out of them.
know.
Pick out of them. What color?
Cyborg.
Shot of bow
Sure you don't want dragon?
left lying around.
Cyborg.
I had been meaning to glue it back.
I said cyborg.
The child
I got this gun,
Chris didn't have time to
cyborg.
put in a daycare
I don't
that day, nor could he afford it to give
And
me
I
a
don't want no dragon.
Gaster gives a sigh.
Do you still have the Pack-a-Punch?
What is the Gaster Blaster? Did you make it?
No, I never
If so,
bought Pack
why did you make it?
I bought them. I
'Cause
bought them.
that
What
thing
does the
seems
Pack-a-Punch
it'd
look
be a
like?
good weapon, but would be rather ghastly at anything else.
Gaster blasters are my own invention. They were created to defend monster kind in case of a human invasion. However, they were too adorable, so I made them my family's pets. They're still dangerous if provoked them. I'd be careful if I were you.
Ready?
Did you give Sans his power? Or was he born with it?
They're both born with it. I'm so proud.
Ready?
Skeletons are inherently magical.
Gaster looks pleased.
How do you feel about all the rumors going around that you have experimented
Scoot
on
over.
Sans?
I would never experiment
Scoot over,
on
Dad.
sons.
Scoot
I
over.
may be a monster, but I am no monster.
Gaster looks frustrated. His body seems to be losing
Do I want
its
gold or do I
stability
want
with
diamond?
sudden emotion.
Which one's mine?
So, you have
The
sons.
last one's the class.
How old were they when you disappeared?
I want the Pack-a-Punch.
Sons. Yes. I have two.
You
Sans
can't
was
jump.
12. Pyrus was only
I'm trying to do
6.
something. Stop that. Okay, kids, that's how you don't find foreplay.
Valley raised his brother. I am so proud of him. He is so brave. So responsible.
Do you think Papyrus remembers you?
Hey,
Sans! Your sock is still there!
Where did you shoot at? Oh, you almost hit me. Idiot.
I try so hard with each reset.
Idiot. I'm on the bed.
Maybe one day.
Do you think you'll ever be able to return to your full physical form?
Oh, heck no.
Sure.
Where the
If
frick
that
did you
would
go?
happen, but it doesn't seem remotely possible.
I
So
froze.
leave this world.
Hey, I froze.
That is highly
No fair, I'm killing you.
You said
here, take this
Sans
out.
and Papyrus have powers?
Oh, use it. Use
Is Papyrus aware
that.
of what he's capable
no.
of?
I've seen
That was
him use
mine.
it a few times, but
did
he
I go?
prefers to simply use bows.
My God, you don't know how to play, do you? You always got jump.
He doesn't seem to know how to control it either.
Bro, I'm at the
Nor does he seem willing to ask his brother about it. Which is
I get to kill you once, because you killed me when I controller stopped.
I didn't know.
So I
Have
get
you
to
heard
kill
of
you.
Mettaton?
You don't get to kill me, Blake. I get to kill
I see.
you.
Oh, I bet you I'm
Yes.
killing you. I bet you
He
that.
and Papyrus have looked so happy together. It fills me with joy. That being said, it breaks my little noodle's heart.
That's what you get for killing me.
Oh, it's game now. It's game now. It's game now. I'm about to put the diamond one now.
It ain't
No,
game.
it's game. I'm pulling out the diamond gun now. Game over, son. It's game over.
Of course I can.
24 points is game over.
But families must be familiar with one another's spots.
You don't kill me when my controller's dead.
Nah, cuz I'm gonna
So that
use your
doesn't
gun. I'm
count.
gonna
To
use your
speak
gun.
in my own fault,
Really?
it is rather comfortable in a way.
That is one
Oh no.
speaking way.
No.
That seems rather impossible. Speaking in symbols. Moreover, I
are skeletons named after fonts?
I was born like this. I have no choice on my accent.
Quit.
Nor does
Don't
anyone
use-
else debunk that.
There you go, aimbot. Hey, you know what? You only get that point.
How scary is this darkness?
You mean it and restart it?
Terrifying at first.
You mean it and restart it, so we have to start all over?
I wasn't
Huh?
prepared. It was following me.
Hello?
What?
I didn't want this.
You mean it and restart all over?
And to have
I'll
it
end it
happen
for me.
all of a
You
sudden
end it.
when you tried so hard to
We're
change
gonna
it.
start all over. Straight from the beginning, see who's better.
They were missing you.
And you can't say nothing about the story. Now I got to lie. You ready?
But no matter how hard
Hello?
I tried,
You ready?
Quit!
We're starting all over. See who's better.
It don't. Quit watching a video.
It's stupid anyway.
No, it's not. It's about a good game.
That's why your friend said he's gonna send me give me a shout out.
Don't do that, kitty cat.
To all his subscribers. What gun you may use? You may use the diamond one or your one that you picked out.
Don't
Dustin.
do that, kitty cat.
Diamond one's the
It's
very
stuck.
expensive.
And that's what happened. That'll help.
That's the gun that's yours. The bottom one's yours.
What was that? Really? I'm doing the same thing that I always do. So quick. Can't that just... Skit, skit! So slow. You're so slow, man.
Did you see that, Sans? See what, bro? That crate. It was moving. You sure about that, Props? I swear I saw the crate move. The one over there. Hold on, I'm going to open it.
Can you see that, Blake?
Huh? Is that? Actually, I'm not sure what it is.
dog tag.
Dog tag? Does that mean it's a dog?
Still a kid.
So a puppy? I always wanted a puppy. We're taking it with us.
What?
Come, little pup. Let's go out on a walk.
Bro, unless you want to unleash the cops on us, I recommend using a different method.
But I'm about to try something, Blake. I'm about to try and see if this is an actual glitch.
359-55130. C-test. There. That should be more than enough for a hungry puppy. Eat up, little pup.
Dustin. I jump shot you. I didn't even know you were. You just started running. Look, 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 look.
Like a baby chick.
Hello, boys. Hope you're doing well.
No.
Oh, boss.
Oh, Papyrus, I told you to just come in to
I don't know what I'm watching.
Old boss, look. This is our little pup I've been talking about.
Oh my, what a cute little child.
The name is Little Pup.
Hello, child. Have this boys been training around?
Mob mode on.
I'm trying to jump there. I can't. Let's see if it works.
Raggedy
There's bars.
clothes, Barefooted.
Papyrus.
If I do it, I'm gonna be laughing.
Why is this child in such poor state?
Paw.
Free tomahawk! Come and get your tomahawk!
Little pup taking out on daily walk.
Hey!
Getting
He
food.
scared me!
No, you wanted to shoot me on
That's enough.
purpose,
I'm taking
goddamn!
this child with me.
I turned around and shot you.
Shock.
No, you
Refused.
shot me on purpose,
You
look.
came to me, little pup.
You looked off my screen, too.
And to be helped, and the child wishes to stay. So why didn't I teach you about
Change guns right now.
the of child?
That's gonna change classes to the diamond one.
On.
Darling would how to protect them.
New clothes by Toriel. Recognize this dog tag girl be not from the military? Figures. It wouldn't be that easy. Mission? Nah. Just a little side project. Got this hunch, you know, that I hope I'm wrong about.
Oh dear. I believe I lost a child.
Is that what we're gonna do now? Wall bang?
should not wander away on your own.
Anybody
Dying?
Well, if it isn't one of the Skella brothers, what rock did you crawl out of?
The same rock you could not lift yourself and die.
Name is Black Scorpion.
Good to see you again, Papyrus. Come here.
Please don't noogie the skeleton.
Louder, Papyrus! Intimidate your enemies!
I am rubber. You are glue.
Louder!
I am rubber. You are glue.
Hot dogs, get your hot dogs.
Here you go, kid.
What am I doing?
Yogurt.
Like, I'm about to do the glitch.
Here, try these Brussels sprouts. Here, kid, try this chili pepper.
What are you doing, brother?
Nothing.
Hey!
Alright, kiddo. Have some ice cream instead.
Let me try feeding little pup.
Okay.
Here, little pup. It's your favorite ice cream.
Unresponsive.
Little pup, would you take a bite?
Here there, pal.
You completely missed me.
For me? You're the best little pup.
Bro.
Screw you. That was funny.
You want a sip?
Like, I'm trying the glitch and see if it works.
Sons.
That was a close one. It's gotten late already. Sans, are you sure you didn't see them approaching?
You hear that, bro?
Is that?
I'm doing something, Blake. Don't kill me. I'm knifing all the heads.
Wowee! Little pup can sing.
Not bad, kid.
What does this do?
I want to hear more.
Encore, kiddo.
Black Scope.
Wake me up inside.
Screw you. That was funny.
Hold on, I'm trying to get up in this glitch. At least I patched it. You play Michael Myers?
Beware of the man who speaks in hands. Really? I find people who speak in sign language to be rather pleasant, actually.
I still get to get a kill on you, Blake, because you killed me when I wasn't paying attention.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where deep breath. I think I'm finally ready to tackle Undertale again. But overly dramatic Game Theory voice aside, I gotta be honest with you, I'm scared of this game. So
No, Blake, you killed me first when I wasn't even paying attention, so I'm trying to kill you.
curtain of the show a bit and address
I wasn't paying attention.
Alright, if you can jump shot me, then I'll let you kill me.
but doing episodes
I can't do that.
some of the worst experiences that I've had in the 6 years of doing this show. The first was Sansa's Nest, a theory I was so excited to share with you. In fact, it was one of, if not my favorite episode that we had done of Game Theory today.
Marcello died.
Because it allowed me an opportunity to talk about one of my favorite franchises growing up.
Go ahead, Blake.
as well as one of my favorite modern franchises.
When I wasn't paying attention.
Jimmy wants to jump and kick my charger out of my thing, so I died.
I'm sorry, what?
The series, no.
That's why you can't shoot. That's why you got knives, because you suck.
But at the end of the day,
Oh,
these
it's
are series
game,
meant to
yeah,
get you to
no,
think
no.
about things from a different perspective.
I don't care if
Let's be
you're gonna
honest here,
kick
there
my
are a lot of
cord
similarities
out my
between
hand
Earthbound
and
and
kill me.
Undertale. Okay, from visual design to actual sound
A
effects
game that
to
we
even
go
the
ham on.
timelines of the games. But the overwhelming
Idiot.
activity
Ah, you just went to
video
smokes.
was just crushing. It's not.
Oh, you cheating! Oh, you cheating! Oh, you cheating! Oh, you cheating! Cheater! Cheater! Pumpkin eater!
Petitions
What does that mean?
remove me from the internet for slandering Mario's name by calling him a sociopath.
Ah,
This
you're not
one-
nice at me, really?
But it was nothing compared to the next time I talked about
Are we
it on
doing
the
Window Wars?
channel. When I was
Screw
selected for
you.
the honor of meeting Pope Francis
What's my Window
as
Wars
one of the
about?
first 10
Screw
digital
you.
creators to introduce him
what's
to the
my
world of
Window Wars
online video. And as part of that, we were expected to give him a gift. So I gave him a copy of Undertale and then made a video talking about that. One, because it was such a huge honor for me, but
I'm
two,
a
because
horse,
I'm
man.
excited to share it with
Come at
you.
me, bruh.
This was
That's a
our
horse,
achievement
go
as a
too.
theorist community, as gamers, as online
Screw
digital
you.
creators and people who love online things.
I can horoscope too. Oh, I can horoscope too.
Received in the first week. I mean, this was a video
Alright.
where I specifically
Don't
talked
listen
about
to
The only way you
accepting
can kill me is
others and
horoscoping?
saying no
That means you
to
trash,
hating
dude. You
other
trash
groups
at
of people,
sniping.
and it got hate.
Dude, is that the only
Gotta
way you
love
can
the
kill me?
internet
You're trash
sometimes,
at
man.
sniping. Jaden can use it.
I tend to
Jaden's
stay
better
quiet
than you.
in
I don't even
situations like
mix it
that,
up
since I've
anyways.
learned that fighting back
I know scope and hard scope. That's my only two things I do.
Since I'm talking about Undertale,
Jonathan
and since I
Trash is,
know all of those comments are going to
trying
come
to kill
flooding
me
back
too
on this
on
video, I
multiplayer.
figured
What does
let
he
me
do?
address some of the misconceptions and errors that were
What
leveled
about
against
just
me.
Window
when I
Wars?
first entered. One, I talked to the Pope about cyberbullying in schools. I did not, as many people wrongfully accuse me of,
I just-
waste his time talking to him
I
about
seen-
video games or gamer problems. In fact, my entire
I was trying to
conversation
stop
is
something.
available on YouTube right now. If you had actually taken a couple minutes
I'm quitting.
to do
Screw you.
research before assuming and accusing me of things, would have actually
No,
saved
cause
me
you
a
trying to
lot
kill
of
me for
sleepless
no
nights.
reason.
Two, the gift of a game was symbolic.
We're not trying
Of course, the
to-
Pope isn't going to play a video game. But
No, I
three,
don't.
if you thought that the gift of a video game was bad and had problems,
What do you
with that
think?
one,
Myself.
it's better than a surfboard, an illegal tree, and a YouTuber's self-written book about themselves. All things that the Pope also received as gifts that day. Which leads me to number 4. Yes, obviously other games talk. peaceful solutions before Undertale, but geez, I liked the game, it was recent at the time, and it was the Pope's Year of Mercy. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the word mercy...
Forgotten.
All right. It's time to test it out. Are you ready? Bandage off in 3, 2, 1. Easy now. Take it easy. It looks like the installment is a success. How are you feeling? Sans, are you all right? Huh? Well then, shall we begin the test? This is going to be a fun. Sans, no. Okay. Let's test out the blue attack first. What should I grab? Just grab something in the room and lift it up. Huh? Sans! Put me down this instant! But you told me to grab something, so I did. I mean it! Sans! Yes, boss. Hey, thanks. Feel uplifted? Teleportation is next. Let's just continue the test.
We don't know how.
Try to teleport behind me. On mark. 3, 2, 1. Why are you laughing? Nothing. Okay. Moving on. Now, Sans, for your next test. Why don't you give this a try? This is rattling. Yes, Sans. This blaster powers on determination and magic. As powerful as it is, using it too much will cost you dearly. And with that said, fire at will.
If you don't. If.
What in the world just happened? Oh, wow. The blaster is more powerful than I predicted. It looks like true freedom isn't too far away. Dings! Huh? That was a total blast. Am I right? I'm fine. Oh, God. Don't worry. No. Sans, are you? Oh, no. No. Sans, don't. Sir, we heard an explosion. Are you two all right? Help? What? Get help now! Right away, sir. Sans. Oh, God. What have I done to you? Do you think the king accepted our proposal? Come on, bud. We're not gonna know if you keep standing here. Howdy. I've been expecting you, my friend.
Howdy!
Sup? Your Majesty? Don't be rude! Huh? I'm terribly sorry about this, Your Majesty. It's Sans' first time here. That is all right. Oh, your friend seemed really tired. What? Sans. No. About your proposal? Oh, of course. Let's talk about that over a cup of tea. Be good now, kids.
If you don't know, that's Gaster.
You too, Sans.
I don't think that's Gaster.
Okay, Dad.
Gaster's Sans' dad, and Gaster has Gaster cut holes in his hands so his powers can be more.
You are a scientist.
He has more powerful.
Answer this.
Skeleton.
If a human soul is absorbed by a monster to form a godlike being, who would be in control of the being? The human or the monster?
Kid. It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. On days like kids like you
Kira?
should be skulking outside. As for those serious magic stuff, leave those to old bones, like me. Capiche?
Sans, we are leaving. Huh? Swiftly now, Sans. We have a lot to discuss.
Well, my time is up. Skull you later, kids.
That comedian. I wonder what kind of sound it would make if I snap a bone. Kira, quit doing that. You're scaring me.
So he approved it and made you the royal scientist?
Yes.
And why that face?
I am worried about our power source, determination. As of now, we don't have enough, and the only source with the quantity we need is
a human soul?
and the only human down here.
Is the king's freaky kid.
That is rude, but you are not too far off from the truth.
On days like this, kids are cute. Should be burning.
Wouldn't be too worried about this. The nerd gang, the best geniuses for you and I down in the underground. I can tell you, working on this project will be like a piece of quiche.
Piece of quiche? Oh, your puns are usually bad, but this is just the worst. For Asgard's sake, it's not even a cake. You laughed. That was not a laugh.
Besides, this is a master quiche.
Do not push my limit.
The taste is simply excellent. You should try one. It'll make all your worries spinach.
Sans, stop! This is a serious issue.
Hey, bud, relax. I assure you, in the end, we will all be remembered as heroes.
Everyone forgets. And so should you.
Gaster! That was not Gaster, by the way.
The challenge champs versus stars.
This has never happened.
No,
Tonight
I
at 10
know.
on MTV.
Because Gaster was forgotten. Gaster.
Nameless Dubs does not claim to own any of the art shown in this video.
And encourages you to check out the original artist.
Wow, nope. Yeah, not dealing with that. After all, I'm no photographer, and fears of darkroom or negatives are developed. That was a good one. What? Okay. Oh, jeez. Hey, I wasn't expecting to run into anyone here. Actually, I'm not really sure where here is. You wouldn't happen to know what the deal with this place is, would you? So, is that a no?
I just don't like it though.
What? Do I know? Well, you look busy, so I'll go ahead and leave it to you. Yeah, I can't be that hard to find.
I wanted so badly for it to work. I was determined.
Whoa, okay.
To make it work.
You alright there, buddy? It's looking like you're having a hard time keeping yourself together.
Regardless of the consequences, you
What? I don't even know.
Did you miss me?
Sure. Like a hole in the head.
No. Sans. That is not such. I know that you do not understand everything that is happening.
How did you...
This is for your own good. I promise.
Sans? 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 Sans?
How's Gaster?
Papyrus?
Wowie. Hi, Sans. I didn't know you could get that loud. I've learned a thing.
Why did you scream?
Because you screamed and I wasn't prepared for that.
Wait, I did? Really?
I am just as shocked.
It's Bananas versus Riff Raff. T.O. versus CT. The Challenge Champs versus Stars. Tonight at 10 on MTV.
Beware of the man who speaks in hands.
Gaster. It's Gaster's face.
The mysterious Dr. Gaster, a science prodigy and the previous royal scientist to Asgore. Many questions remain unanswered about this particular character and his existence in general. During a normal playthrough of the game, one may never even be aware of his presence. After certain parameters are met, typically with the editing of system files associated with the game, glimpses of Gaster and those who follow him are revealed. However, everything that is revealed only makes the whole Gaster paradox that much more confusing. Due to the limited information we have to go off of, we must once again unite and dive into the realm of speculation. Is there an answer in sight? Or did we play right into Toby's plans? Well, before coming to that conclusion, let's try to make some sense of the chaos of WD Gaster. Starting off, it is widely accepted, although still not 100% proven, that WD Gaster's name is a combination of the fonts Wingdings and Aster. With that logic in place, there's a strong possibility that he is a skeleton like Sans and Papyrus, who also share font names. A strong contender for this argument is that in lab entry number 17, the entry that is displayed is in Wingdings. Furthermore, Wingdings is a font that contains hand symbols within its character set. If you've ever hitched a ride with a mysterious fellow on the boat, you may have also heard him say the following: "Beware of the man who speaks in hands." This is believed to be referring to Gaster himself, and what leads us to the assumption he is male. At this point, things begin to get a little dicey due to the information we have in play. And because of that, there are multiple interpretations of Gaster and his purpose in Undertale. Many assume that the skeletal figure is Gaster, but because the file name isn't Gaster in particular, it could be argued that this is just a mysterious man. This is the most widely accepted visual of Gaster, though. You can find this mysterious figure by editing your fun value in the game, similar to how you can find those who talk about Gaster. I'm going to to stay away from how all this can be done, though. But there is plenty of information online if you wish to explore it yourself. Taking a step backwards, though, and proceeding with what we know, if we assume he is a skeleton like his name hints at, and that this potentially is his in-game sprite, then we can start to piece together some possibilities that may exist. Gaster is known to be the one who created the core, and was possibly involved with the determination experiments prior to Alphys. His life was cut short, however, as his followers explained. And he was scattered across space and time. In terms of time travel, this points us to two other characters, Sans and Flowey. Of the two, Sans is definitely the one that raises a red flag in terms of Gaster. His knowledge of timelines and the outcomes they hold hints at his ability to traverse time. He makes several remarks in the game about giving up trying to go back, and that you will never see them again. During his fight, he also states, "Our reports showed a massive anomaly in the space-time continuum, and that timelines were jumping left and right." Seeing as how Gaster was spread across space and time himself, it would only make sense that Sans was working with him prior to the accident. This is further supported by the weapons that Sans uses in his fight,
Gaster
which are
Blaster.
called Gaster Blasters in the game files. Sans also judges your wrongdoings at the end of the game, which is a little bit odd. Although he constantly has a joking aura, he is pretty cutthroat about his feelings towards humans, and normally would have killed Frisk on the spot otherwise. But why does he hate them? He constantly acts as trying to get back to with time travel, all his efforts in the end being pointless, but something had to make him adopt that personality trait. What exactly was Sans trying to get back to with time travel? Was he simply avoiding the timelines where he knew the player would eventually slaughter everyone? Or was there something else? The Snowden shopkeeper even makes a remark about how Sans and Papyrus mysteriously showed up one day, so it's clear that they just randomly appeared. But from what? A failed experiment? The mysterious machine in the workshop? Are they from the distant past? Or are they part of Gaster himself? If Gaster was involved in some horrible experiment, could it possibly be that he is a fusion of two skeletons? Was there a skeleton called Wingdings and another called Aster? Is Sans and Papyrus the two halves of Gaster?
Yep.
In a Pinky and the Brain-esque situation, where Sans retained the knowledge from their complete form? Or is Papyrus the Bizarro version of Gaster from another timeline? Sans does have photos from various timelines that show himself with a bunch of unknown people, after all. All of this definitely...
Hello everybody, Dylan here today, and we are doing a theory on Undertale. Now, I'm going to be trying to answer the mysteries, the darkest secrets that Undertale has to offer. So, stay tuned today on DHT.
I don't know.
Now, this all arose when people started wondering about Sans and Papyrus. How did Sans get all these powers? How is Sans so knowledgeable to what's happening in the game? How does he know that you are manipulating the world? And to put it simply,
Sans and Papyrus can do the same powers.
back down.
If we don't know that, that's Sans up there.
Now,
There's WD Gaster. He just popped up. There's Frisk. There's Sans right there.
Gaster followers. Now, little do you know, Gaster and his followers are a big hint to the biggest mystery in Undertale, the creation of Sans.
Sans and Papyrus can do the same thing.
You guys, you can tell me what you think in the comments down below when I'm done. Just keep an open mind, because thing actually happened. Now, as you may know, Dr. Gaster made the machine to extract determination. Now, I believe that it's through this that he decided he wanted to inject monsters with determination. But when he injected monsters with determination, they became these abominations, these mutants. These would go on to be the Gaster followers. He kept them locked away, very similar to what Alphys does in the main game, because he was ashamed of them. He decided that maybe living tissue wasn't good for his research. Maybe that was the problem to it. So he started to try to create his own life forms using his own DNA. Through these DNA manipulations, he creates the Gaster Blasters. The Gaster Blasters are their own independent life. They are
Those
like
are Gas
little
Blasters.
dogs. They follow
That's
him
Gaster.
around and they'll do commands for him. And he even teaches them to shoot beams out of their mouth by using the determination as an energy source. When they do this move, he saw their eyes light up. Realizing that he was onto something, he decided to look further into this. He kept researching, kept trying. Then he decided that he had just enough research to make his own monster. A monster that would be based after his DNA, would actually be capable of speech, be capable of motion, something he could possibly use as a weapon. His greatest creation ever. He created Papyrus that time. Now, Papyrus showed promise. He could walk around, he could talk, he could even copy some attacks that Gaster did himself, like the bone attacks that you may notice that Papyrus uses throughout the game of Undertale. But he was kind of disappointed because
both of Papyrus's eyes.
Full determination, and that's what Gaster had been wanting. So he continued to try again. Eventually he succeeded by creating his second full monster and his greatest creation yet, Sans. Now Sans is very similar to Papyrus but much younger. But despite his age, he was actually really interested in science. He had quite an understanding of how things worked and was really curious about the world around him. So Gaster decided to make him a personal assistant of his, and he would help out around the lab. Gaster would also train Sans. Now, he trained Sans to do the bone attacks like normal, but one day he noticed that Sans used the determination. Eye glowed. If you look at Undying when she's in her hyper form or determined form, you'll notice that despite her physical appearances changing, there's also a glowing coming from her eye. Now, she has an eye patch on, that's almost for certain. You know she has an eye patch. But underneath the eye patch, you can see a beam shooting out in all directions. I believe that this is the glow from her determined eye. Even though she doesn't have an eye, you can still see the glow in the socket, and that's what shoots out and beams everywhere. And she got her determination artificially, just like I think Sans did. So, working on this, he taught Sans how to perfect the determination, to use it as a weapon. He even taught Sans how to use the Gaster Blasters. He was really proud of Sans. It was after this he realized that determination had a much greater potential than what he had originally thought. He noticed that when Sans used his determination, there was a slight fluctuation in time. That Sans would be one place 1 second, then he would move faster than he could even see to the next place. Now, most people would assume this is teleporting, but Gaster was way smarter. He realized that Sans was bending and manipulating time to travel from one place to the next. He soon thought to himself, what if he could also use determination to manipulate time? He tested out Sans to see how far he could go ahead of time. It wasn't very far, just a few seconds. He also continued testing, seeing if Sans could go back in time, skip backwards, if you would say. But Sans didn't have enough determination to do that. He just couldn't figure it out. So Gaster knew he would need a stronger source of determination, more than what any normal body could hold. He realized that he had to build a machine with this much determination to use at once, and by using this machine, he could travel through time. Now, this would be the greatest thing ever. He could go back and stop the human-monster war. He could win the human-monster war with his new creations. So, Gaster starts working on a machine. This machine would be a time machine, the machine you see hidden in Sans' house later on in the Genocide run. Gaster is working on this machine non-stop. He's probably spending time with Sans and Papyrus as well, teaching them more stuff and just being kind of like a father figure to them. Now, eventually he finally is ready to test the machine. He turns it on, but something goes wrong, either miscalculated or it just never was right to begin with. But no matter which way you want to say happened, the machine fire. His body just couldn't handle the force the machine was putting onto it, and it slowly tore him apart, splitting him through time. He became one with time itself. He was basically ripped apart and scattered throughout all of history. He could never be stable again, which is why only through cheating in the game and manipulating the files can you even get him. But when he's there, he's not stable enough to actually do anything. You try to talk to him, he just basically disappears. This is because he doesn't have a form anymore. He doesn't have a body. After ascending onto the next life, I believe that the king figured out what was going on. He saw the rejected creations that Gaster had made, the Gaster followers, and he banished them away. They just left. But he also noticed Sans and Papyrus. Noticing that they were more smarter, more nicer, and basically children, he releases them out to Snowdin. And then they just show up one day. And just like the woman in the end said, they just show up, assert themselves, and then they're part of that town forever. But because Gaster was so close to the king himself, the king keeps an eye on the two. He has Undying train Papyrus, and as you may know, the king himself trained Undying. He also keeps close with Sans. As you may know, Sans guards the king at the end of the game and judges you to see if you were good or bad, showing that Sans still keeps in contact with the king and watches over him. Now, that isn't the end of this story, though. Sans remembers Gaster. He wants to try to get him back. He goes back to Gaster's destroyed lab before Alphys replaces him. He takes the machine, what's left of it anyway, and he attempts to rebuild it, knowing that if he can fix it, he could probably save Gaster and possibly save everyone. But after a while, he just gets depressed because he can't fix it. He'll never be able to save Gaster, or anybody else. I also believe that that photo Sans has hidden by his desk is a photo of him, Papyrus, and Gaster. He writes "Don't forget" on the back of the photo because he realizes when he starts scanning the timelines that someone's manipulating it. Someone's manipulating it a lot. He realizes that he might end up forgetting Gaster, and he doesn't want to do that, so he hides that photo in a spot that he will always be able to find it. So he takes the Gaster blasters and trains and try to become the strongest there is so then he can fight anything that comes in their way. He becomes really protective over Papyrus because Papyrus is the only family he has left now since Gaster is gone. But in the genocide run, you destroy him anyway. So all that training, all that work to try to save everybody was pointless because he dies anyway. He even comments on the machine when you guys are fighting. He comments on how he also can read the photons and realizes that you are manipulating time. Stuff that I assume he picked up from Gaster when Gaster was researching. He says that he wanted to go back, he wanted to fix all of it, possibly with the machine, but he gave up on it a long time ago, hinting that he couldn't get the machine to work again. I believe that if he could have gotten the machine to work again, he could either revive Gaster, go back and stop the incident from happening, or just put an end to all this time traveling altogether. So there's my theory on Gaster, Sans, Papyrus, and how they all came to be. If you guys like this theory, you can like this video, and if you have any problems with it, you can tell me down below, tell me stuff I got wrong. I might do another version of this theory later, if I get any news on it. Remember, if you love this video, you can subscribe. This has been Dylan from DHTE, Games, Comics, Theories, and more. Bye.
Oh yeah, first. Gaster. You can probably see Gaster on the plan.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Uncle Sans here, and we recently noticed that we got over about 3,000 subs, and it means a lot to me and Papyrus. And you know what we're gonna do to celebrate that? We're gonna tell Papyrus 3,000 jokes. Let's do this. What are you doing?
I'm training.
Oh, cool. So hey, I went to the library today, and a book fell on my head, but I only got my shelf to blame. Alright guys, we're about to go see Papyrus. I think he's in the shower right now. Hey Papyrus, you in here?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Hey, I have a question for you.
Alright, what is it?
Why is it so hard to dress a stripper?
I don't know why.
Because they keep taking their clothes off.
I don't get it.
Sans? Sans, where are you?
I'm over here.
You're in the closet? What are you doing in there?
You know, I'm just hanging around, but since you caught me, might as well come out of the closet.
No, go back in the closet.
What, bro?
I'm sorry. You belong there.
No.
Sans, please, it's for your own good. Sans!
Savage.
Hey, bro.
What?
Can I say something to you before you go to the bathroom?
What?
You look adorable today.
Dun dun.
Hey, bro. Bro, wake up.
Sans?
Hey, I have a question for you.
What?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the idiot's house.
What?
Hey, Papyrus.
What?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The chicken. Hey, bro.
Yeah?
So, I thought about having a brain transplant today, but I changed my mind. I just heard your bones pop. Must have been a rattling experience. Hey, Papyrus.
Yeah?
You want to hear a joke?
Oh, no.
Huh?
I've got one this time. You want to hear a joke, brother?
Sure.
You.
Oh. I'm proud of you, Papyrus! Hey, bro.
Hey, what are you doing with that camera today, Sans?
Oh, nothing. You know, today has been very funny.
Oh, no. Come on with these jokes, please.
Don't worry about it. I have a skull-splitting headache, and to be honest, I can't think of anything humorous today.
Sans?
Yeah, bro?
I think your jokes are very dulling. Hey, Sans, you hungry?
Oh, yeah. You ready to go to Girlies?
Oh, no, I got steak tonight. How would you like it?
On a plate.
No, how do you want it cooked?
On the stove.
Sans.
Hey, this reminds me that one time I went to a restaurant and I ordered a steak so rare no one could find it.
Sans, get out.
Okay, I'm going to Girlies. Hey, Papyrus.
Yeah?
You want to see your #1 fan?
Oh, yeah.
Look up. Oh, you don't have any there.
Oh. I'm Sans. And my idea of a date is telling jokes through a door.
Papyrus?
Hey, Sans.
Oh, hey, bro. What's up?
Hey, I'm about to hang out real fast.
Alright. Hey, make sure to wear a jacket. I heard it's a little muggy today.
Oh, perfect. I'll be sure to do that.
Okay, have fun.
Sans, why are the bugs all over the lawn?
I don't know.
Sans, why do you do these things?
Because I love you. Hey, bro. How are you doing?
I'm good. Sans, you talk about the camera all day.
Oh, I know. Oh, hey. Have you heard What's a skeleton's favorite instrument?
Trombone!
No, an xylophone.
Disney nos quita. Bug life.
This is boring. It is. It's so much fun. Look, we're at a park. I don't like it. Where's the fat boy and the guy who thinks I'm Mexican? They're somewhere. Come on, I want to go do something. Do I have to come? Yes, you do have to come. You're kind of like my sister or something. We're genderless. We don't have genders. I love outside. Sans, you're lying. You don't like the outside. You just like being inside and drinking ketchup and sleeping. I love the outside. Sans, don't lie to me. You don't like the outside. I love... Sans! No. It's very fresh. I'm supposed to... I'm fresh Sans now. No. Please don't. I'm fresh Sans. Fresh Sans. Please don't. I'm Sans. We're supposed to be taking an eye on the humans. They'll be fine. Are you sure about... Yes, I'm sure. Sans, you're not... Are you sleeping? Yes. Sans, I swear to God. Hey guys, how you doing? Who are you? I'm a shark. I have no friends. Good for you. No one wants to be your friend anyways. But will you be my friend? No. Come on, Rosy Cheeks. I know you want to be my friend. No. Are you Mexican? Not you again. Oh, what's the matter? I won't call you that, I promise. Come on, follow me, you two. Okay, come on first. Whoa, brother. Shall we do something amazing? No, I just want to rest here. Brother, you must go on an adventure with me. I don't feel like it. Brother, I know what you want to do, but you have to go on an adventure with me. Oh, hi, guys. How's it going? Oh, hey, Shark Boy Ripples. Hi, I found some friends. Friends? Oh, that's nice. What up, boys? Hi. These are the friends we were talking about. Huh, humans. Well, that's nice. Hello, people. Hi. So, what you guys like to do? I like flirting. Hi there, sexy boy. I like killing. Well, these people seem nice. Yeah, seem very nice. I don't trust the Rosy Cheeks Mexican one. Why does everyone think I'm Mexican? Because you look like one. Oh, I guess that's... What does this one look like? A Chinese person? Because they are. Oh, it doesn't matter. Come on, let's just... Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Okay, whatever, Chinese Mexican. Well, I'm going to do something cool. Come on. I'm going to do something bareback. Okay. Come on, Asian child. Come with me. Okay.
Come on, Asian child.
Sans. 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 Sans! I just waste so much energy just trying to talk. Goodness, why? Why me? Why do I have to be the one with the lazy brother? So exactly what do we do here? Well, I was wondering if you could, climb the thing. He looks a little... I'll boost you up! Okay. Guess I'm gonna do it myself. Oh, my arm hurts. Wait a minute. Well, this one seems to feel, even though I fell on it, but... Ow! Oh! Oh! Ow! Ah, that one hurts. Why is this one hurt? Why did you land on this one? Ah! Oh! What the heck? Why aren't you gonna go help her? Or them, or whatever they are. This is all part of our plan. I will murder you. Oh, come on, Briz. We're gonna go. Come on. Oh. Pyrus. Oh my gosh, thank goodness you're here. Oh, hey, man, what are you? Oh! My arm, it hurts.
A human? Go check them out. Please go check them out. Sans, a human, are you all okay? Are you all... Oh no, your arm's broken. Okay, Sans, we need to go now. Sans!
Morning already.
I don't even know what time it is. It's somewhere in the afternoon. Come on, we're going home.
Hooray.
Exactly, I knew you didn't like going outside.
Yeah, I don't. I just like drinking ketchup and sleeping and being lazy.
That's what I said. Okay, fine, let's just go. Come on.
Soon we will get our revenge on them. Soon.
Oh, sure enough.
Yes, soon we will get our revenge on everyone. Let's go follow them.
Man, I am bored.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna go somewhere. You know, just go somewhere.
Okay, you do that.
How is your arm, Frisky? It still hurts. Why don't you have a cast on it? I don't know, because we're too lazy to put a cast on me.
Yeah, you're too lazy.
The heck is this thing? Anyway, looking down at it. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. What is this? Sans, guess what I found?
What'd you find?
I found this thing.
Oh, cool. What's it do?
Oh, wow, it's going on high velocity.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Wow. Wow. What do you think it's called?
I don't know. What is it?
I'm gonna go try it out. Okay?
Okay.
You know what? I just realized something.
Did you realize what parts?
This thing's kind of boring.
Oh, what do you mean?
I don't know. Maybe we should return it to someone?
Yeah, why don't we just throw it out?
Agreed. Humans, do you think we should throw it out? Whatever floats your boat.
Yep.
Okay, I shall go throw it out.
Okay.
There we go. Let's not see that thing again. Oh, wee Papyrus, you just earned yourself a glass of milk. Well, I got a glass of milk.
That's good.
Yeah. Hey, what's up with the news? I don't know.
Breaking news, okay? If you found this rare blue fidget spinner, you have the chance to earn $1 million. That's right. If you found this rare fidget spinner, you have the chance to win $1 million. So go find it. It's one of a kind, very rare. So if you find it, you earn $1 million.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
Bars, you know what you just did? What? You threw out a multi-million-dollar fidget spinner. I thought they said $1 million. It doesn't matter. You threw it out, okay? You know what you did? No. You just wasted our money for getting a new house or something. Oh. Let me just go check to see if it's there. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. So there, so what do we do? So there. I'll go check the trash outside. Trash. Huh, what's this? Huh, cool stuff, you know? Oh, it's a nice blue color. What is it? I'm gonna go check it out. I looked everywhere. It's nowhere to be found. Here, I'll go look. No, Frisk, your arm's broken. Let the edgy Mexican go. Why does everyone think I'm Mexican? Alright, fine. I'll go check it out. Right. Okay, good. Sans, you should also go look for it.
I might do it.
Sans, do it now.
Fine, I'll go do it now.
Good point. Me and the human are just gonna stick here. No, I do not love you. I know you don't love me. I love spaghetti. Well, okay.
Wonder who's gonna find that fidget spinner.
Haha, look what I found.
Oh my gosh, sure. That's the rare blue fidget spinner.
What?
You just earned yourself $1 million.
$1 million?
Yes, we gotta post it on the news.
Oh my god, I got the $1 million.
Here you go.
Give me money.
Okay, we'll give you your money. We looked everywhere, but we can't find it.
Oh my gosh. Where could I have gone? Wait, what's that on the news?
Breaking news, okay? Guess what happened? The rare fidget spinner has been found! The rare blue fidget spinner has been found! That's right. There's no more scavenger hunting, okay, kiddos? The whole thing has been found by this amazing guy named Gonorrhea. Don't ask why his name is Gonorrhea, his just name is Gonorrhea. Anyways, he found the $1 million prize of the blue fidget spinner. Very lucky. We shall go give him his prize soon. Thank you all for playing your amazing game.